to Rio Sports Live. We're here for a District 32 5A matchup between the Donna Bravettes and the Mercedes Lady Tigers. I'm Alex Espinosa here with Bert Ruiz as my camera operator. If you're tuning in and you have friends that are interested in watching this game, they can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and even Roku. You can find us on Roku, and you can find us on Facebook and YouTube on Rio Sports Live. The Donna Bravettes in their all-red uniforms, getting ready on the left side of the gym to huddle up. Welcome to the Jim Ross Gymnasium here in Mercedes, Texas, just right across from the football stadium. And get ready, ladies and gentlemen, Mercedes Tigers on our right side with the gray and black uniforms, getting ready to set up for what will be a good matchup between both teams. Donna is second place, or actually Donna is currently in third place in District 32 5A. The leaders are Ed Couch Elsa, who we know if you're a Mercedes fan, you don't want to hear. And then in second place is the Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Both teams are 5-0 in district. And then fourth place, just barely, is the Mercedes Tigers, hoping to find a way to get themselves into third place, and then eventually seeing if they can make a good matchup against the other two teams, Veterans and Ed Couch Elsa. The Donna Bravettes getting their their starting lineup set up, being introduced here in the gymnasium. For the Donna Redskins, Donna has an impressive record with several wins. They're currently 3-2 in district, and they'll have a couple of conference games coming in later on soon, ladies and gentlemen. Their next 6 games, they'll have 2 home games, one against Valley View and then against Brownsville Porter. Eventually, they're going to have to head over to Brownsville themselves to play against Veterans Memorial, who has 22 wins on the season. And then going up against Ed Couch Elsa, Brownsville Pace, and Lopez. Meanwhile, for Mercedes, they'll have their next few games. The next one will be Veterans, and then eventually their rivalry against Ed Couch, and then they'll be concluding their schedule with the Donna Bravettes again. This time they will be at Donna. Some of the games to watch here for District 32 5A will have Brownsville Lopez and Veterans Memorial playing. And then on top of that, we'll also have Ed Couch Elsa playing against Brownsville Porter. And right now here at the Jim Ross Gymnasium, we have the Mercedes Lady Tigers being introduced by their announcer. We also like to remind everybody that it is homecoming week for the Mercedes Tigers, and they will have this homecoming game against the Donna Redskins. And then for Mercedes' football team, they're actually on a bye week. Correction, that's the Donna Redskins team. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. The Donna Redskins are on a bye week, and for homecoming week, Mercedes Tigers will be playing against Sharyland Pioneer this Friday on October the 4th at 7 p.m. For Mercedes football team, they had a terrific win last week against the Yellow Jackets in one of the greatest rivalries here in the Rio Grande Valley. Jared de los Santos, the former Yellow Jacket, scored a couple of TDs to help his team win at 31-19, but it wasn't all without the help of Horacio Pequeño and Mike Cisneros, the dual quarterback. And we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, as the national anthem is about to begin. You're watching Rio Sports Live. beautiful presentation of the national anthem here at the Jim Ross Gymnasium. And we're about a minute away from the start of 32 5A matchup with the Donna Redskins, with the Donna Bravettes on the left side, and the Mercedes Tigers here on our right, if you're looking at a camera right. For the Donna Bravettes, they're going to have to do whatever they can to make sure that the Mercedes Tigers don't get any leads in this game. The Donna Redskins have been known for having some terrific hitters, but so have the Mercedes Tigers. And speaking of hitters, actually, ladies and gentlemen, here at Cameron County, there have been a number of terrific hitters for not only the schools of Donna and Mercedes, but as well as other schools here in the Valley, especially in Brownsville. Just like last season, Cameron County has had several high schools with some really strong and very terrifying hitters. A couple of them were actually at Harlingen South, one of them being Michaela Mirales and Mia Aguirre, both of whom terrific hitters who have, in their last game, had 22, 19, and 22 kills. Other schools include those Fresno's Jasmine Garcia, and then as well as Brownsville Rivera's Kenya Ibarra. Several of these players are terrific hitters, and some are very terrifying. Whenever they hit the ball, ladies and gentlemen, it almost feels as if they're hitting it with the strength of a bat. For the Mercedes Tigers, you're going to need a couple of their players to step up. So a couple of them, including Alia Ledesma and Jimena Puente. On the Bravette side, we're going to have Brianna Caldwell and as well as Mia De Luna and Ruby Villalobos. Three Bravettes who have proven themselves to be one of the better players for the Donna Bravettes. And on starting lineups for the Donna Bravettes, we'll have, and your front three, you'll have Ruby Villalobos, Caitlin Lopez, and Clarissa Garcia. Your libero for this game is Ashley Rodriguez for the Donna Bravettes, Yvette Villadares. And then on the Mercedes Tigers side, on the very back, you're going to have Carla Limas, Kiki Peña, and your libero for this game, we'll get to that in just a second, as Rodriguez for the serve for the Bravettes. It's going to be a setup to the left and a big hit. It is digged by the Redskins, and that's Villadares. It's taken out and digged up by Karime Zamora. And a good hit down the middle by Mika Vento. That'll mark the first points of the game, and that'll go in favor of Mercedes. And now Zamora to serve. Saved by Rodriguez, set up to the left for Garcia. It's taken all the way to the back and played by the Lady Tigers. And a good hit deflected by Villadares, but it goes out of bounds in Donna territory. So that'll result in points for the Tigers, and that makes it a 2-0 lead. Zamora comes in to serve again. Drills the ball a couple of times, takes a few steps, and a right-hand mini jump serve. Villalobos will set it up for Garcia. It goes through the wall, and it's good. Clarissa Garcia with her first kill in the game, and that'll be the first points for the Bravettes. And up to serve is going to be Ruby Villalobos, the setter for the Bravettes. And a right-hand serve, it goes bullet down the middle, saved by Carla Limas. And a little floater inside, and it looks to be in. That's Vento again with her second kill of the game. So Donna was able to score a point, but the Tigers retaliated with another point to give themselves their 3-1 lead. And a big hit by the Luna. It'll be saved by the Tigers, and a huge hit going across, but it's saved by Rodriguez. Can the Bravettes recover? No, they will not. And Risa Moya is going to serve for the Tigers as they're up 4-1. And a huge hit down the middle is good. So now the Bravettes with a point of their own to bring it back to only a 2-point deficit. And a substitution, Laney Munoz comes in for the Bravettes. And that was Munoz with the serve. It's going to be a setup left. That's Serena Limas, and it goes into Donna territory. Clarissa Garcia with a hit. It is blocked, but it goes into Mercedes territory. They take it out, and Clarissa takes it out again. It's going to be a setup again for Limas, and it's digged by Munoz. Set up for Caldwell. It's going to be a diving dig for the Tigers, and they're going to set it up again. A little floater outside of the wall, but the Bravettes recover. It's going to be a setup down the middle, and that was going to be Vento with an attack attempt. Caldwell with a little floater outside of the wall. And a setup for Limas again, and this time, is it going to get out? It will, no. The Donna fans not liking it, and the team as well. The officials say that was 5 hits already, and they'll give points to the Tigers. And Vento to serve with 2 kills already in this game. It'll be a setup for Munoz, and that was Garcia with a monstrous hit. Push out by Moya, saved by Rodriguez. It's going to be a setup for Caldwell. Caldwell with a good hit, saved by Zamora. And Mercedes takes it out. Caldwell with a dig. Good coordination by Rodriguez to help get the ball out of their territory and into Mercedes. A huge hit inside. That was Ledesma. And Villalobos is going to set it up from behind for Mia de Luna. Zamora setting it up on the right side, blocked. Still in Mercedes territory, they'll have 1 shot to take it out, and that was great on the help of Vento. And Caldwell with another hit again, saved by Vento. Whistle is blown, and they'll call hand in the net. So the Bravettes will get the ball back, and Garcia, with 1 kill already in this game, is going to come in and serve. On a right-hand serve, it's digged by Zamora. It's going to be set up to the right, and that was Carla Limas. Villalobos setting it up for De Luna. And Vento to their setter, and it's going to be a hit by Serena Limas. A little improvisation by Limas, but no good. Hits the ground. She was trying to find someone to pass it to, but she couldn't do it. With that, the Bravettes only make it a 1-point deficit. So let's see if they can get it here. And a good serve, but a wonderful dig by the Tigers is going to be floated out. That was Carla Limas. And it's going to be set up for Chloe Molina. Saved by Limas again. It's going to be set up for Limas on the opposite side, and it's taken out. Garcia is there to save it. Villalobos setting it up for Caldwell, but it hits the net. So a tiebreaker will not happen yet. And we'll see what happens as substitutions come in. And it looks like Aurelia Cifuentes is going to come in as Karime Zamora is going to take a break. Also taking a break is Alia Ledesma. And a good serve just barely across the net. Floater by Villalobos, tipped by the Tigers, but it goes into Tigers territory. And now it's a 1-point deficit again for the Bravettes. Let's see if they can get it and make it a tie. And substitution, Lizette Martinez comes in. And it's going to be a setup to the right and a good hit, getting it in between the wall. Serena Limas with that kill. And that'll make the score 7-5 in favor of the Tigers. And Peña serves for Mercedes, set up for Villalobos. She's going to push it out on her own. Peña passing it over to Moya, and Moya was able to get it into Bravettes territory, and it'll stay in Bravettes territory. So miscommunication against the Bravettes will result in points for Mercedes. We'll see if that keeps on going or if their coach will adjust. So far, no coach has called a timeout yet in this game, and it'll be a setup for Molina. Molina, does it have it in? They're going to say it's out of bounds. The ball is out of bounds, and that makes it a 4-point lead for the Lady Tigers, as Kiki Peña will serve. It's her second serve in a row for the Tigers. And it'll be a small jump serve with Martinez having a pass over to Caldwell. And this time it's going to be a setup to the left for Limas. Does it go in? They say out of bounds. They'll call it out of bounds, and that'll make it 9-6 Mercedes. But Donna will have the ball back, and Yvette Villadares will serve. And on a right-hand serve, it goes in the middle, saved by Zamora. It's going to be a setup for Limas. Tipped over the wall and goes down. Every time Donna gets the ball back, Mercedes retaliates with a score, and it's a 4-point lead again. Score 10-6 currently. And back is Ashley Rodriguez, the libero, and it's going to be a little punch out by Caitlin Lopez. It's still in Mercedes territory, and an unbelievable hit. Oh, that hurt right there. Mika Vento with her third kill in the game. And that'll make the score 11-6 in favor of Mercedes. And another hit. And whistle is blown. They call double hit against one of the players of Donna, and that'll make it a 6-point lead for Mercedes, and its score now is 12-6 here in this first set. And up to serve is Carla Limas, who takes a good serve. It goes a little bit to the right. Villalobos is going to set up for Molina. It's saved by Zamora just barely, and a little dump off by Vento. Set up to the left. It's a good hit. It is digged by Limas, and it's going to go to Vento, and this time goes into the arms of a defender and out of bounds. So for Vento, that's 4 kills in a row, and Donna will be the first to call a timeout in this game. And we'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Rio Sports Live. Back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Rio Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa with Bert Ruiz as my camera operator. Thank you for tuning in. If you have friends who are interested in watching this matchup between the Mercedes Tigers and the Donna Bravettes, they can find it on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku if they like. Just search for Rio Sports Live. The Mercedes Tigers are up 13-6, and up to serve is going to be Carla Limas. And a good serve. It is saved by Caitlin Lopez. The Bravettes take it out, and a good kill for the Bravettes to come out of this timeout. They'll need a little bit more, but that's a start. Score is 13-7 with Ashley Rodriguez to serve. And a good serve, a big hit, and ball went really fast. Going to go all the way to Vento. Vento with 4 kills already in this game. And that was Garcia with a save attempt. It'll be no good. The ball hits the net. Could not get any communication between teams. And that'll make it a 7-point lead for the Tigers as they're up 14-7. And Karime Zamora, their libero for the Tigers, is going to serve on a right hand. Set up for Villalobos. She's going to go to Garcia. Garcia gets it over the wall. It's tipped and into Mercedes territory. The Tigers are going to have one shot to get it out, and Vento with a fist gets it out. It'll be a setup for Lopez. Gets it into the arms of Vento, and the Tigers will take it out with the arms of Moya. Rodriguez with a little push-off. Hits the net, but it's still in Mercedes territory. Going to Zamora, and Zamora gets it out. Rodriguez to Villalobos, and Villalobos setting up for Garcia. It's saved by Carla Limas. And this time, ball going high to Lopez. She'll tip it out. Vento gets it to her setter, and she's going to have her own attack ready. Little trick by the Tigers, but it's saved by the Bravettes. And the ball is hit by a Bravette and out of bounds. That looks to be Vento with the kill, and that'll make kill number 5 for her to make the score 15-7. Mika Vento, 5 kills in this game, leading both teams for this match. And it'll be a setup for Garcia. Garcia with a good hit, but it goes out of bounds. And these attacking errors are hurting the Bravettes as the score now 16-7. With the Tigers on fire right now, set up for Garcia. Garcia this time will have her kill. Great play and a good setup for the Bravettes. For Garcia, that marks only her 2nd kill in the game. And Villalobos, the setter, is going to serve. And it goes directly to the arms of Vento. It almost hits the bench. And the Tigers have no choice but to take it out. Set up for Garcia again over Vento's arms, and good. 2 straight kills for Clarissa Garcia. And let's see if Mercedes has an answer. As it goes to Villalobos. And it'll be a setup for Lopez going over Vento's arms. Good recovery, good observation by Ledesma of the Tigers. And Villalobos is going to get it to Lopez. Lopez will float it out. And a setup for Vento. Vento does have a kill, but unfortunately for her, she touched the net. So that'll be points again for the Bravettes to make it 16-10. 3 unanswered points for the Donna Bravettes. And Vento picks up the serve, and she's going to set up for an attack. It touches the arms of a Bravette and out of bounds, so that'll be points in favor of the Tigers. And that'll make the score 17-10 in favor of Mercedes. And so far, their only answer is just to keep the ball away from Garcia. Garcia with 3 kills. We'll see if Donna finds a way to get the ball away from Vento, who has been contributing in almost every single play. She's been helping out in blocks, in assists, and as well as the attacks, especially the attacks. And another net error, attacking error, results in another point for the Tigers to make it 18-10. And a good hit by Moya is going to be a setup for Garcia. She gets it over the arms of Vento. Does it go inbounds? Yes, just barely. Great play for Clarissa Garcia to make the score 18-11. And Munoz will serve for the Bravettes. It's only her 2nd time to serve. And a quick serve saved by, looks to be Limas. And it's going to be hit by the other Limas, Serena Limas. Caldwell is going to float it out. Saved by Serena. It went to Zamora and then to Vento. It's going to be a setup for Garcia. She'll have to float it out because she wasn't prepared for an attack. Set up for Vento's own attack is blocked! Blocked and goes all the way back into Mercedes territory. And Moya will come in to serve. Garcia with a big block and 4 kills in this game. It's going to be a setup for Vento from behind, and the whistle is blown. They're going to call double hit by the setter. So in just 3 minutes, it's only a 5-point deficit for the Bravettes. We'll see if they can make this comeback possible with the Tigers leading it 18-13. And Moya to serve again, going to Vento. It's going to be Moya with the setup, and a hit by Vento out of bounds. And now the coach for Mercedes is going to call a timeout to get her team back in place in hopes of getting the lead, keeping this lead intact. The Mercedes Tigers 18, the Donna Bravettes 14. We'll be right back on Rio Sports Live.
Thanks for watching Rio Sports Live. Thanks for watching Rio Sports Live.
Rio Sports Live, #1.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12 grand off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Lady Vikings, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Real Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa. We just came back immediately after the timeout, and a net violation will result in points for the Bravettes to make it 18-15. And that makes it 4 unanswered points for the Donna Bravettes in hopes of getting this lead back, in hopes of tying up the game as they're down by 3. Score currently is 18-15. And it'll be a setup for Vento. And Vento is digged by the Bravettes. It's going to be a setup for Garcia, who does a little floater inside. And this time Vento again with another hit attempt. Ball is high into the air. The Bravettes can recover it. And will they be able to get it off in time? No, they will not. A close one and a dangerous way to counter the attack, but it will bear no fruit, except for Mercedes, as that'll make it point number 19 for them. And for Vento, that's 6 kills already. And now speaking of Vento, she'll serve, and it's a dig by Moya. It's going to be a setup for Garcia from the right side. Saved by number 5, Moya, and the ball hits the net. And it looks like it's going to be points in favor of Donna. So it's back to a 3-point lead for the Tigers. And for the Bravettes, that's a good thing. And another whistle is blown. That makes it a 2-point deficit. Right now, if I'm the coach for Mercedes, I'd find a way to get the team back in place. The errors are resulting in points for their opposing team, and they don't want that. As a good hit going over the arms of Caldwell, and it's going to be a setup for Garcia, but it's met by Vento. They're going to have to take it out here, and they will with the help of Serena Limas. And a setup, and a dump-off is good! Mia De Leon with the unbelievable, unexpected dump-off to make it a 1-point deficit for the Bravettes. They're only 1 point away now from tying this game. And Garcia is going to set it up. It's going to go to Moya, and it's taken out into Donna territory. Villalobos is going to set it up for Munoz, or for Molina. And a little tip down is good. Caldwell with that kill. And now it's tied up. Or correction. They call the point in favor of Mercedes, so it's 20-18. The Tigers get lucky, and they'll get to keep their lead. Caldwell gets it over the wall, and it's another kill for Caldwell. This time it counts. So the score 20-19. And for Brianna Caldwell, she had a kill attempt that could have worked had she not hit the net. But now she has a kill on her resume for this match. And with substitutions, Mia De Luna, after having 1 kill, is going to take a break, and coming in and replaces Lizette Martinez. Martinez will serve it all the way outside, and there's Zamora with the dig. It's going to be a setup for Lima. And Villalobos couldn't see the ball coming, almost hits the net, and the ball stays in the ground, and that'll be another point for the Tigers to make it 21-19. And Nicole Delgado will take a break, and coming in to fill in for her will be Kiki Peña, who will also serve. And Peña with a good serve to the right side. Nobody saw it coming, and the dig by Munoz, does it go inbounds? They say yes, just barely, so a good counter by Munoz to help the Bravettes make it a 1-point deficit again. And Yvette Villadares is going to serve. And Moya setting it up for Lima. And the whistle is blown. They're going to give a point in favor of the Bravettes. And now we're tied, as it looks to have been a net violation against the Tigers. The officials are discussing it, and the points will go in favor of the Bravettes. So we're tied at 21 apiece. And Villadares is going to set it up. Bento with the first dig, and it's going to be a setup for Lima going over the wall. And the Bravettes are going to have a chance to attack. They get it over the arms of, it looks to have been Delgado. And Villalobos is going to set it up for Lopez, met by the arms of Puente, but it's still in Mercedes territory with one shot to get it out, and that was taken out by Moya. Villalobos is going to set it up, not for Lopez, but for Molina, but she's blocked. Unfortunately, the ball went out of bounds. The Bravettes have their first lead in the game, and Mercedes will call their first timeout of the game, well, their second timeout of the game. We'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen, and what an exciting matchup we're seeing right now here on Rio Sports Live.
Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Hi, we're Robert Bella's favorite cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Real Sports Live. You've just witnessed the Donna Bravettes taking the lead 22-21. I'm Alex Espinosa with Bert Ruiz as my camera operator. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on Real Sports Live. And it's going to be a dig by Zamora. It's going to go to Limas. Limas gets it across, but the Bravettes are there to counter it, and Rodriguez takes it out. That's Vento with the dig, and it's going to go to Moya, who slaps it over to the libero of the Bravettes. It's going to be a setup for Molina. Molina's attack is digged, and it's going to go for an attack for Vento. A little floater saved by Rodriguez. Set up for Lopez, and it goes through the wall, through the arms of the defender, and it's good. So the Bravettes scoring 2 unanswered points against the Tigers. And now they have a 2-point lead with the score 23-21. They only need 25 to win this first set. And Villadares is serving. Set up. It was going to go to the secret weapon Vento, but a player got in the way, and it hits the net. And now we are at game point for the Bravettes. As Villadares is going to serve. And a small serve down the middle. It's going to go to Vento. And Vento with a monstrous hit. Almost hits the coach. Almost hits the water. Vento is furious, and she wants to win. For Mika Vento, that marks kill number 7. And they're going to need 2 points to be able to tie this up and force this into 26. And it's going to be a setup for Molina, who is able to wipe it. And that'll end it for set number 1. The Donna Bravettes win it 25-22 in set number 1, and they'll take the first set. Unbelievable comeback for the Donna Bravettes. Being able to overcome all their attacking errors, their miscommunication, and unbelievable team effort for Donna. We'll be right back for an exciting second set here on Rio Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD. Excellence is our tradition.
Hi, we're Mackay Bulldogs. Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6 on F Street in Harlingen. It's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Real Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa, Bert Ruiz as my camera operator, with the Mercedes Tigers scoring the first points of set number 2 on another kill by Vento, and that makes it 8 kills for her. And the attempt by Garcia is going to be no good. The Lady Bravettes are going to have to take a 2-0 deficit for now. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, the Lady Bravettes were able to win set number 1, 25-22 in an unbelievable comeback, and Garcia with a wonderful hit. It is saved by the Tigers, and they're going to have to take it out. They will. It goes directly to Garcia, who goes to her setter, and she'll float it, but it's saved by the Tigers. Unfortunately, that was lifting against Mercedes, so the Bravettes will get their first point on the error by the defense. And a right-hand serve by Villalobos is going to be a setup for Vento to the left side, in between the wall, and good. And for Vento, that's kill number 9. And up to serve will be their libero Zamora. And Zamora gets it over the line. Saved by, looks to have been Rodriguez, an unbelievable hit! Dangerous hit by Clarissa Garcia. But it looks like the ball went out of bounds. They're going to give the point directly to the Tigers to make it 3-2. It was a good hit. It was dangerous as well because the ball went out of bounds and just barely. And Rodriguez there to dig it. It's going to be a Villalobos, and the whistle blown, lifting against the Bravettes. So that is a 4-2 for the Lady Tigers, and coming in to serve is going to be Risa Moya from the right side, and going across goes to Rodriguez, and it's going to be a setup for Garcia. Does Garcia get it out in the line? No good. It goes out of the line. So similar to the first set, the Tigers are taking a commanding lead, but we'll see if the Bravettes pull a comeback here, as he did in set number 1. And it's going to go to Vento over the arms and touched by a Donna player. The Bravettes had a chance to recover it, but unfortunately it will not happen. So that'll make the score 6-2, with the Tigers dominating it on the attack. And he's going to go to Moya with the serve, Rodriguez with the dig. Villalobos to Garcia. Garcia pushes it, and it goes into Mercedes territory directly to Vento, who gets it over to the defense. And it's going to be a setup for Caldwell, but it stays in the net. And that'll make it a 7-2 lead for the Tigers, as Moya is back to serve. And it's going to be a setup for Caldwell. Caldwell gets it across, and it's saved by Limas. And this time Vento gets it over the wall of Garcia, setting it up for De Luna, saved by Zamora. And Zamora will take it out. Rodriguez with the dig. Munoz passes it over to Garcia. And it's going to be a setup for Vento, who does a little tip down. The Bravettes could not get there in time. And for Vento, that marks kill number 10. And Munoz will dig, and it's going to be a setup for Rodriguez. She'll take it out and could not get a perfect position for it. That'll be a point for the Bravettes to make it 5-point deficit. And Garcia will serve. Garcia with a big block that resulted in a kill for her team in the last set, already with 4 kills. And a hit by Vento will make it 11. And with that, the Tigers will get the ball back. And the team leader in kills for this match will come in and serve for the Tigers. And on a right-hand serve going down the middle, saved, it's digged by Munoz, and it's taken out by Molina. It's going to be a setup for Limas, getting it over, but it goes out of bounds. And substitutions for the Bravettes. Mia De Luna is going to take a break, and Lizette Martinez will come in to sub in. And Martinez with a good serve. The dig goes to Vento, and the ball hits over the net and into Donna territory. It'll go to Molina with a good hit and a good kill. Perfect angle for Chloe Molina. And the score now is 9-5. And Martinez serves again. It's going to be a setup for Vento from behind the attacking line. Rodriguez with the dig. It's going to go to Martinez again, but Rodriguez will take it out. It'll be a setup for Limas, getting it over the defenders, and it's tipped by the Bravettes and out of bounds. And the Tigers will take a 10-5 lead in this second set. And Aurelia Cifuentes will sub in for Karime Zamora, and she'll come in and serve. And on a small jump serve, Rodriguez with the dig set up for Caldwell. Caldwell gets it over the arms of Puente, and that'll be a good kill for Donna. And substitutions, Yvette Villadares is going to come in, and Lainey Munoz is going to take a rest at the bench. And Villadares will serve. Vento is there to dig it. It's going to be a setup for, looked to have been Vento, but Zamora was there to save it. And a little dump off by Lopez. It's going to go to Zamora. And ball is hit and into Donna territory. The Bravettes will have one shot to take it out, and they will with the help of Molina. And Limas again with a good hit, met by Yvette, and it's going to go to Lopez. Lopez gets it over the arms. Is it touched by a Tiger? Yes, it was. That was a close one because the ball did go out of bounds, but fortunately for the Bravettes, the ball was touched by a Tiger. And Yvette with the serve. It's going to be saved by Limas, and it's going to go to Puente. And a hit across is no good, out of bounds. And with that, that'll keep the lead for Mercedes to make it 11-7. And coming in to serve for the Lady Tigers is going to be Carla Limas. Or correction, that was Kiki Peña with the serve. And it's going to be taken out by Rodriguez. Set up for Vento, gets it over the defense. And it's going to go to Lopez with a good hit. Is it tipped? No, it was not. They're going to call points in favor of the Mercedes Tigers to make it 12-5. And Peña will serve. And Lopez could not get a good setup for it. And that'll be another point for the Tigers. And for Peña, that marks ace number 1. And that'll be the first time out called by the Bravettes. We'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Rio Sports Live.
Hi, we're the Real Night City Rattlers. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Rio Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa, Bert Ruiz as my camera operator. As the Mercedes Tigers will serve, they're up by 6 points. It's 13-7, and a hit by Molina. Good improvisation by the Tigers. And Lopez with an attack blocked by the Tigers, and they're gonna set it up again, and it's pushed out by Molina. Set up from across, that's Limas getting it over the defenders. And Rodriguez setting it up for Lopez. Lopez to Zamora. And it'll be a setup inside for Puente, but Puente is met by Villalobos. And it's gonna be another setup for Limas again. Rodriguez is there to see it. We're still on the same set. And the ball going across, but it'll go out of bounds. Regardless of that, it went past the net pole. So that'll be points for the Bravettes to make it 13-8. And Rodriguez will serve. And it'll be a small serve going to Zamora. And Moya is gonna set it up for Limas. And that one goes across the defenders and good. So someone who isn't named Vento is able to get another kill, and that'll be Carla Limas with her first kill in the game. And a good diving dig for the Bravettes, but it will result in points for the Tigers as the ball goes out of bounds. And now the score 15-8 as Lopez digs it, and Rodriguez is gonna set it up for Garcia with a floater, but it hits the net and goes across. Staying in Donna territory, that'll make it 16-8. And Limas will serve, going across. And it'll be a setup to Garcia, who will push it out. Wanted to go into the gap just below the attacking line. And it's gonna go to Vento. It's touched by a Bravette, and it goes out of bounds. That'll make the score 17-8 in favor of Mercedes. And Limas to serve. Rodriguez. It'll be a setup for Garcia with a good hit just across three defenders. The Bravettes not giving up just yet for Garcia. That marks kill number 5 in the game. And up to serve will be Villalobos, and Villalobos is digged by, looks to be Peña. And Vento with a good hit into Donna territory, but the Bravettes were able to counter it and take it out. And an attack by Vento is out of bounds and no good, so it's a 7-point deficit for the Bravettes as the score is 17-10. And while it may be a comfortable lead for the Tigers, just remember, ladies and gentlemen, that in the first set, the Bravettes were down 16-8. Let's see if the Tigers will learn from their mistake in the last set as the attack is blocked by Vento. The team celebrates, and that'll make the score 18-10. And Zamora is gonna serve. It's going into the middle. Rodriguez is there, and it'll be set up for Garcia, who gets it over a defender. The officials call it down. The coach from Mercedes wanted to say out because it almost hit her, and the officials will say yes, it was inbounds. And so Garcia with another monstrous hit to make it 6 kills for her in this game. And Munoz will serve. It's met by Limas, and Molina gets it to Vento, who takes it out, and Garcia is gonna have another setup, tips it over Vento's arms, but the Mercedes Tigers were there to recover it. Unfortunately for them, that attack will go out of bounds. So the score now is going to be 18-12 in favor of Mercedes, but Donna only down by 6. And the Luna will take a break. She'll be at the bench. And Munoz with the serve going to the right side. It's met by Molina, and it's gonna go to Ledesma. Ball pushed out by Park, but no good. So the Tigers are gonna keep their lead up to 7, and Moya is gonna serve. Moya will serve. That's Rodriguez with the dig, setting it up for Caldwell. Caldwell with a good hit. Almost sounded as if she was going to kill the volleyball. The ball went inbounds and way behind the attacking line, faster than the eye could blink, as Garcia will serve. And Moya is going to set it up for Vento from her behind, and that one will be good. Ball was blocked by the defenders of the Bravettes, but unfortunately it stays in bounds. And that'll make the score 20-13, and with Vento, that's kill number 12. And now she'll serve, and does that go in bounds? They say out of bounds. Would have been terrific if they could add an ace to her stats in this game, but that'll go for Mercedes. Correction, that'll go for Donna. Score 20-14, and Martinez is going to serve. The officials blow the whistle. The play will start, and Martinez serves it. Zamora's there to meet it, and Vento is going to have another attack attempt, but it hits the net. Didn't even need a defender for that one. So now it's a 5-point deficit with the Bravettes knocking on the door. And Martinez on a right-hand serve, floater going to Limas, and Limas from across is able to get a good hit. Ball going out of bounds, and that'll be points for the Tigers. And with that, substitutions as Zamora and it looks to be Ledesma are going to rest. And coming in is Aurelia Cifuentes. Cifuentes is going to serve. It goes high and across to the arms of Rodriguez, and Caldwell will have an attack attempt, and it looks to be out of bounds, and they will call it out of bounds. So now it's a 7-point lead for Tigers, and another timeout call by the Bravettes, and we'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen, with the Mercedes Tigers leading it 22-15 here on Rio Sports Live.
We are the Patriots. Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999.
Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Rio Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa. Bert Ruiz is my camera operator with the Mercedes Tigers, leading it 22-15. And out to serve is going to be Aurelia Cifuentes, and that one will be a service error for Cifuentes. So the Bravettes will get the ball back and only down by 6. But it's important for the Bravettes that their defense is able to stop the attacking of Mika Vento, who currently has 12 kills in the game. And on the right-hand serve by Valladores, and it's going to be a setup to, it looks to be Delgado, and a setup down the middle for the Bravettes. Vento was there to recover it, and the ball gets taken out by Moya. And Martinez is going to try and punch it out, but it's no good. So with that, it's 23-16 for the Tigers, only 2 points away from taking set number 2. And that'll be Peña with the serve. And it's going to be Villalobos setting it up for Molina. No good. So now we are at game point for Mercedes. Peña is up to serve again, and a right-hand serve going directly into the arms of Rodriguez. It's going to be a setup for Lopez, who tips it and gets it over the arms of Puente. And Valladores is going to get it. It's going to be a hit by Molina. And Moya is going to set it up for Limas from across. Gets it over the arms of their defenders. And it'll be a setup for Molina again. It's met by, looks to have been Peña. And a hit by Vento is out of bounds. So the momentum will stop for just a second for the Tigers. And the Bravettes will get the ball back, only down by 7. But remember, if the Tigers score here, that'll make it 25-17. And that'll give set number 2 directly to the Tigers. And the ball hits the net, or correction, hits the flagpole, and that'll be points for the Bravettes to make it 18-24. And Rodriguez will serve, and on a good kneeling dig for Zamora, it's going to go to Limas. Martinez with the first dig is going to be set up for Lopez, and they're going to call 2 hits against the Bravettes, and that's how set number 2 is going to end, with Mercedes winning this one 25-18. Unbelievable play by the Tigers, being able to make a comeback from the comeback loss they had in set number 1. We'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how exciting set number 3 goes and who will take set number 3. We'll take a break here on Rio Sports Live.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hi, we're the Lady Diamondbacks, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word: fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Real Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa. You have a view of the Jim Ross Gymnasium. It's pretty much sold out here, ladies and gentlemen, with one of the stands filled up as the Bravettes will serve. That was Rodriguez with the serve, and it'll be a dump off by, it looks to be Jimena Puente, and a hit by Vento is going to go across, and it's saved by Valladares. And a diving dig by the Tigers, but the whistle is blown. They're going to call hand in net against the Tigers. And so that's going to be the first point of the game going directly to Donna. Rodriguez with the serve. And it's going to be a setup, a jump hit by Vento, but it goes out of bounds. Would have been great if it touched the ground. Unfortunately for her, that will not be the case. The ball almost going outside of the gym, hitting the doors. Not wanting to take any more punishment from Garcia or Vento trying to escape. And an ace will go directly to the arms of Rodriguez, and that'll be a 3-point lead in just the first minute of this game. And Rodriguez with another serve. This time it'll be met by the defenders of Mercedes. Going to go directly to Vento. Tipped and out of bounds by the Brave Vets. So that'll be points for the Tigers to make their first points in set number 3. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mercedes Tigers against the Donna Brave Vets. And currently the lead is tied 1-1, with Donna winning the first set 25-22, and then Mercedes winning set number 2 25-18. And a tip by Garcia is going to go into the ground, but they're going to call a player under the net against Donna, so that'll be 2-3 in favor of Donna. However, Mercedes will get the ball back, and up to serve is going to be the libero Zamora. Officials explaining to the coach what had happened. And they're trying to explain it, having Garcia act as the messenger, as the coach is not allowed to go across the court. Garcia is making the case for the coach of the Brave Vets. And the officials are having Garcia send a message over. And in the meantime, to pass on the time, we're going to have the Mercedes Tigers chanting on for their team, down by 1. And what was a quick and very intense third set that we're having now. And now one of the side judges is coming in to talk with the official. And they're going to keep it in favor of Mercedes to make it 3-2 Donna. But with Mercedes having the ball back, and that'll be Zamora who's going to serve. The fans of Mercedes are jumping on the stands, and this attack by Garcia is going to go behind the attack behind the net pole. So now we're tied at 3 because of 2 errors against Donna. And Zamora is going to serve and taking a couple of steps on a right-hand serve. It's going to be met by Lopez. It hits the net, but it still has one shot to get it out, but they will not. Rodriguez could not get into a good angle. And so now the Tigers will take the lead. They're up 4-3. And Zamora coming in to serve on a right-hand serve. And a good ace by Zamora. A pancake attempt by Donna will be no good, and that makes the score 5-3. And the ball going up, and Rodriguez is there to meet it. It's going to be a setup for Lopez, but it hits the net. She was trying to find a way to get it over Vento, but she couldn't get the ball over the nets first. So now it's 6-3, 4 unanswered points for the Tigers, and Zamora is going to serve it, trying to do another ace, but this time it's met by the Brave Vets. And the Tigers slowly setting it up in attack for Vento, and that's a good wipe. Wipes it off the hands of Garcia, and that'll be another point for the Tigers to make it 7-3. And Zamora is gonna serve on a right-hander, and that ball goes out of bounds. And what's this? They're gonna call, they claim one of the Donna players touched the ball before it went out of bounds. And first time out of the game of set number 3 will be called by the Bravettes. as the score right now is 8-3. We'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back here on Rio Sports Live.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Rio Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa, Bert Ruiz as my camera operator. Thank you for listening in. We're on set number 3 of the Donna Bravettes playing against the Mercedes Tigers, and a kill by Garcia results in points for the Bravettes, and a hit by Vento results in a point for the Bravettes because the ball went out of bounds. So that'll make the score 8-5 for the Tigers, and for Garcia, that's kill number 7 for her in this game. She currently leads the team in kills for this match, and in the opposite side, the Tigers, Vento leading it monstrously with 12 kills, and a good hit saved by Valladares, and Garcia is just going to dink it out. It's going to be a setup for Vento, who dinks it out herself, and the ball is hit but out of bounds after it's touched by a Bravette. And as a result, the score not only is it 9-5, but it's also 13 kills for Vento, who has not taken a break yet in this game. She has still been playing. And the attack is out of bounds, so that'll be an ace error, a service error for the Tigers, and the Bravettes will get the ball back, only down by 3. So no urgency just yet, but they do need to get some points and find a way to stop that offense. As Munoz will serve with already 1 kill in this game, and it'll be a setup for Vento with a monstrous hit met by the Bravettes, and it's going to Garcia. And Garcia floats it down into the ground, and it's good. So the score now 9-7. The Bravettes get the ball back, only down by 2. And Munoz will serve. It'll be high and setting it up and dump off. Unbelievable trick play by Moya. Good trick play. No one saw it coming. Good observation as well, because nobody was near the gap that she threw it to. And Vento is going to serve on her right-hander. It'll be a sit-up for Caldwell. Will Caldwell get it over the wall? She will, but it's digged by Zamora, and it's dumped off by, looks to be Moya again. Rodriguez with a monstrous hit out of bounds. A lot of power, a good hit. Just a little bit too much power, though. And it's going to go high, setting it up. Villalobos is going to go to Caldwell. And it's a small floater met by Zamora, and it's going to go to Limas. Limas gets it over the net, and it's hit by a Bravette, and it hits as well as the water. So for Donna, not only do they give up a point to the Tigers, but that also might have cost them a water as well. And that's Vento with the hit, setting it up on the right for Garcia, and Garcia gets it just before Vento could pancake it. So Garcia now has 8 kills in the game. And Garcia will serve as well. Vento is going to set it up for Limas, but Limas has to punch it out because she wasn't ready for an attack. And it's going to go to Molina, but it's met by Vento. And a little dump out by Moya, trying to repeat what she did in a couple of plays ago. And a little push off is good. Mia De Luna with an unbelievable push-off to make it a 3-point deficit. And Garcia floats it on that serve. It'll be a setup for Limas, but Limas is blocked and it stays in Mercedes territory. Can she get it a second time? She will, but it's met by Molina, and now the Bravettes are going to have to take it out, and they will with Garcia. And set up to the right for Limas, but it goes out of bounds. And so now it's only a 2-point deficit for the Bravettes. Can they adjust? Can they take the lead? And the whistle blows. The officials point to the Bravettes, and 2 hits, 2 hands against the Tigers. So now the score 12-11. And just like the last 2 sets, the Tigers were able to take the lead very early on, but now the Bravettes are making a slow but sure comeback. Or maybe they will not, as a good hit by the Tigers will increase their lead by 2, making the score 13-11. And Aurelia Cifuentes comes in for Mercedes. Takes 3 steps and hits it. Munoz with the first dig. It's going to be taken out by Caldwell, who gets it over Puentes' arm. And a little dump off by the Luna, but it's met by the Tigers. Good improvisation by the Bravettes to get it into Mercedes territory. But now they're going to have to find a way to get it back for an attack. And they're going to call 2 hands against the Bravettes. And that'll increase the lead to 3. And Cifuentes is going to take a couple of steps and will serve it. And that ball will go out of bounds. So now it's back to a 2-point deficit for the Bravettes. And substitution as De Luna is going to rest, and Martinez will come back and will serve. And a couple of steps, and the ball is served. Set up to the right. Ball is hit by the Bravettes. They have 1 shot to get it out, and they will with the arm of Martinez. And Moya will set it up for Limas. Limas floats it over the wall. Villalobos is going to set up for Molina. Molina is tipped, but it goes into Mercedes territory. And it'll be set up for Limas again. Gets it over. Rodriguez is there to meet it. Martinez is there to set up. And a pass to Molina, no good. Molina attempted to push the ball out, but unfortunately hits the net. And Peña will come in, and up to rest is going to be Serena Limas. And Villalobos to Rodriguez, who has to take it out. Almost blocked by Puente. And that'll be a setup for Limas, who gets it across. But good observation by by Molina to take it out. And set up for Limas, and it's overpowering again, out of bounds. So the score 15-13. The Bravettes haven't had the lead since the beginning of set number 3. And Valladares is going to serve for Donna. Dribbles the ball a couple of times and is going to serve it. Going to the right, it's met by Peña. And it's hit by Lima. Set up for, it looks to be Lopez. And it'll be a setup for Limas from the opposite side this time. A good right arm pass by Martinez, but the ball will still go out of bounds on an attacking error. So the score is 16-13 with the Tigers leading it. Haven't had to do much offensively since the early part of set number 3. And an attack is partially blocked by Mercedes, but it still stays in their territory. And Vento with a monstrous hit, met by Rodriguez. Little dump off, but Vento is able to see it coming. And an attack is hit by the Bravettes, but they're going to have to take it out, and they're blocked. They're going to have 1 shot to get it out. Will they do it? Yes, they will, and a good dump off! Unbelievable hit by Molina. And a little momentum shift for Donna. They're only down by 2, and they'll have the ball back. And for Chloe Molina, that marks kill number 2 in the game. And Vento will fist pump it out. And they're going to call hand in net against Donna. So the momentum might have died just a tad on Donna, with Mercedes getting the ball back, being up by 3, 17-14, only needing 8 more points to take set number 3. And it'll be a setup for Garcia, or not Garcia, but Lopez. A little miscommunication, but the ball still goes into Mercedes territory. And a little dump off this time by Garcia is good. For Garcia, that's 9 kills for her in this game. And to add a couple of stats, she's also got about 4 or 5 blocks. She's got 5 blocks in this game. Ball taken out by Villalobos, going to Mercedes territory, and it'll be a setup for Bento again. She's blocked by Garcia, but the ball is still in Donna territory, and it goes out of bounds. So that'll make the score 18-15 in favor of Mercedes. Both teams giving it all their best. And on the right-hand serve, it's going to be a setup. Looks to be Garcia, and Garcia will do a little floater to get it over Vento's arms. And this time, Vento's going to have an attack attempt. Hits the face of a Bravette, and it goes out of bounds. That was Villalobos who was hit by Vento, but she looks to be all right. You can see the fans on both sides clapping, being happy that the player is fine. And Garcia sending a message out to Villalobos, who has to step out after getting hit in the face with the ball, to have the trainer check her out. The team will huddle up. Meanwhile, the trainer allows Villalobos to have a drink of water. She took a gigantic hit on a kill by Vento. She laid on the ground for a couple of seconds, but she seems to be all right. After she gets her water break, she's able to come back. And a good gesture by the officials, allowing a small rest for Villalobos to get water. And an attack attempt by, looks to have been the Bravettes, will be no good to make it 20-15 for Mercedes. And Villalobos is going to set it up for Garcia. Garcia gets it into the arms of Vento, and it goes out of bounds. So now a 4-point deficit for the Bravettes, and they'll get the ball back. And substitutions as Lopez and Valladares will take a break. And coming in to fill in will be Munoz. And Munoz will serve on a good serve directly down the middle, going to Zamora. Set up for Vento, but it goes out of bounds. Just a couple of feet away from going inbounds. It would have been a good kill for Vento. That would have marked kill number 19 for her. And Munoz with another chance to serve. The Bravettes only down by 3. And a service error will give the ball back to the Tigers to make it 21-17. And Vento coming in to serve. Vento with 19 kills already in this game. No aces just yet. We'll see if that turns around here, as it's met by Garcia. And it'll be a setup for De Luna. And Zamora is there to meet it. And it'll be a setup for Limas, who gets it across. A good sliding dig by Caldwell, but it won't be enough. And now the Tigers are only 3 points away from not only winning set number 3, but also leading the sets 2-1. And the Bravettes will take a timeout to get her team back in formation and get ready to be able to make a comeback in this game. We'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back on Rio Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westago East High School. Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future.
we awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Real Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa. Bert Ruiz is my camera operator, with Mercedes leading at 22-17, only needing 3 to take set number 3. And a little dump off by Villalobos. It's going to go to an attack to Limas, but it hits the net. So now it's back to a 3-point deficit for the Bravettes, and Garcia is going to come in to serve. Garcia leading the team with 9 kills already in this game and 5 blocks. And a good serve going directly to her arch nemesis, Vento, who also leads the team in kills with 19. Correction, with 18. And this time it'll be a good kill for Garcia to make it 19-22. So now Garcia has 10 kills. And she'll come in and serve. Goes directly into the middle. Zamora had to dive for it, and it's blocked by the Bravettes. And the Bravettes only down by 2. And on the right-hand serve, Garcia again goes to Zamora. It'll be a setup for Limas, and Limas gets a good hit. The right arm of Molina, the left arm of Molina was able to punch it, but it goes out of bounds. With that, the score is 23-20, with the Tigers only needing 2 to win it, to win set number 3. And that's Cifuentes with the serve. It goes directly to Rodriguez, and Villalobos is going to set up for Molina, who gets it over the wall and gets it to hit Vento. So Donna not giving up just yet. Only needing 2 to tie it. But 2 is what the Tigers need to win it. And it'll be a setup going to the right, blocked by its own net, and that'll go out of bounds. And so now the Bravettes only needing 1 to tie it up. And Martinez with the serve, and that hits the net. So we have entered game point for Mercedes. And a substitution, Serena Limas will take a break, and coming in is Kiki Peña with already an ace in this game. And she'll set it up on the right-hand side, and it's met by a Bravette, and it's gonna go to Limas of the Tigers. Limas takes it out, set up for Molina. It's partially blocked, but it goes out of bounds after it was touched by a Tiger. So it's still game point for the Tigers, but if the Bravettes score here, that'll tie it up at 24-24, and it'll be the first one at 26 to win it. The winner of this set will have the lead in sets and will only need 1 more set win to end this game. And it's going to be a setup to Limas, and this time met by Molina of the Bravettes. And it's going to go all the way across into Donna territory. Set up for Lopez. Can Lopez get a good kill? She will! And we're tied! 24-24 on a kill by Caitlin Lopez. That marks her first kill in the game, and a terrific kill for her, as we're tied 24, meaning that the first team to score 26 points will win. And should the Bravettes win it, they'll have the lead in sets 2-1. And should the Tigers win it, they'll lead the game in sets 2-1. Regardless of how this ends here, there will be a set number 4, as the fans of Donna are stomping their feet, crowd going crazy. Officials blowing the whistle and getting ready for the near end of set number 3. And Valladares is going to serve for Donna. It's going to go directly to Vento, and Vento will get it out, and it's immediately hit by Villalobos. Vento's going to do another hit, but it hits the net. Donna with their first lead in set number 3 since the very beginning, and they're at game point. Valladares is going to serve again, and on the right-hand serve, going high directly to Ventos. An ace for Valladares. And that concludes set number 3. The Bravettes take it 2-1. They win set number 3, 26-24. And if they win set number 4 here, ladies and gentlemen, which is coming up soon, then that'll mean the Bravettes will win this match. How about that terrific comeback for the Bravettes, their second comeback in this match. We'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen, on a monstrous night here at Jim Ross Gymnasium. I'm Alex Espinosa with Bert Ruiz as my camera operator here on Rio Sports Live.
Hi, we're PJ Lady Bears, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live. Go!
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Hi, we're the Lady Wildcats, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
Hi, we're Cougars, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Rio Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa here with Bert Ruiz as my camera operator. Donna Bravettes leading the match in sets 2-1, only needing one more to conclude this match. They were able to win set number 3, 26-24 on a terrific comeback. They had the lead in the very beginning, 3-2, and then the Tigers were able to make a commanding lead until, unfortunately for Mercedes, they lost the lead. And when it was tied up at 24-24, 2 attacking errors against the Bravettes, against the Tigers, resulted in points for Donna, and that gave them their lead in this game and their win in set number 3. Unbelievable play by both teams, with Mika Vento coming in with 18 kills in this game, Clarissa Garcia with 10 kills already. And we're about to start with the 4th set of this game. And a good hit by Garcia. It's met by Limas, and it's going directly to Vento on the left side. Met by the Bravettes, and it's going to go to Caitlin Lopez with one of the contributing kills that tied in set number 3. And a hit by Vento, met by Rodriguez. The Bravettes have one shot to get it out, and they will with Valladares' help. And it's going to be a center for Vento again. Can she get it a second time? It's blocked. It's digged by the Bravettes, and they take it out. So second time, no good. It's third time the charm. This time, no good either, as the Bravettes set up for Garcia, and Garcia hits it, deflected by the Tigers, but it goes out of bounds. The first points of the game going directly to Donna, and they lead it 1-0 in set number 4. And set up for Vento, and it's a dump off by Moya, and that one was good. Her second time where a dump off helps them, and they tie it at 1. No one saw that one coming, and the Tigers will get the ball back. And Zamora will serve. Met by Rodriguez. Villalobos setting it up for Garcia. Garcia gets jousted, and Vento wins the joust. The ball was last touched by a Bravette, and the Tigers will get the ball back. And on the right hand of Zamora, sliding dig by Caldwell. Miscommunication. Rodriguez has to take it out fast, but too much pressure going out of bounds. So just as how the third set happened, the Bravettes were able to take a lead. The Tigers tied it, and now they're taking the lead. Tigers are up 3-1 in set number 4. Villalobos setting it up for Caitlin Lopez. Gets it over the defenders, and a good tip by Limas. For Limas, that's another kill for her. That marks kill number 2 for Carla Limas. And Zamora will serve it and throws a dart. Villalobos is going to set up for Garcia, who floats it. Zamora was going to try and counter it, but it's no good. So the Bravettes get the ball back, only down by 2, and Munoz is going to come in and serve for Donna. And taking a couple of steps and a good serve. It's met by Peña. It's going to be a setup for Vento. Vento's hit is met by Villalobos, who took a face from Vento a few minutes ago, actually several minutes ago. And Vento with another hit. This time it's blocked. They will not call double hits, and Garcia gets a chance to get it out. Setup is going to go to Peña. It's partially blocked, but it stays in Donna territory. Munoz is going to try and take it out, and no good. So that'll result in points for Mercedes to make it 5-2. And a substitution as Valladares is going to take a break, and coming in to fill in for her is going to be Mia de Luna, who already has a kill in this game. And it's going to be a setup for Villalobos going to Garcia. Garcia with a monstrous hit, hits the arms of a Tiger, and it goes out of bounds. And so for Garcia, that's going to make it 11 kills for her in this game. And a right-hander serve. It's going to go high, setting it up for Limas. And it's a setup going to Molina, but it's partially blocked. Does it go out of bounds? Yes, and no Bravette touched it. So the Bravettes are only down by 1, as the score is 5-4 Mercedes. And Garcia will serve it, but it hits the net and goes back into Donna territory. So the Tigers get to keep their lead for now. They're up 6-4. And serving is going to be Vento now with 18 kills and a good serve met by Munoz, but no one was there to meet her pass. And that'll be another point for Mercedes to make it 7-4. And Vento on a right-hander serve goes directly to Munoz, and a dump out by Villalobos is no good. Vento up to serve again. Takes a couple of steps and is going to serve it, setting it up. Goes directly to Munoz. Villalobos this time is there to meet the pass, and a good hit by Molina, trying to do what Moya did to them a couple of sets ago. And this time a setup for Molina. Again, a monstrous hit met by Vento, didn't even flinch. And it's going to go to Vento for an attack attempt met by Villalobos. And this time Molina is going to try again. It hits Zamora, and the ball deflects and goes out of bounds. So that will make the score 8-5 in favor of Mercedes, but with Donna getting the ball back, the Bravettes have a chance to be able to score a couple of points in hopes of tying this game. And Martinez serves it. Met by Zamora, taken out by Moya. Rodriguez is there to see it. And called by Villalobos, taken out by Munoz, gets it to Zamora. And Moya is going to do a little dump off, but it's met by Martinez. Good communication between her and Rodriguez, as it looks like they were trying to see who was going to take it. And Zamora with a good dump off, sliding dig by Rodriguez, and it'll be good for the Donna Bravettes as the Tigers went under the net. Score is 8-6 Mercedes, with Donna knocking on the door. And it's going to go Setting it up for Limas. It's partially blocked, but it's countered by the Tigers. Unfortunately, Molina gets another kill. Good defense by the Tigers. Good offense by the Bravettes. And the first time out of set number 4 will be called by Mercedes. And we'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Rio Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Rio Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa, Bert Ruiz as my camera operator. Thank you for listening in here for the Mercedes Tigers and the Donna Bravettes. As the Bravettes serve, they're only down by 1, and a whistle is blown. 4 hits against the Tigers, and we're tied at 8 apiece. So I might have spoke too soon. I said the Bravettes were only down by 1. Now they're tied, and they're hoping to break the tie. And the hit by Martinez goes directly to Zamora. It's going to be a setup for Limas. And Munoz is there to meet it. Rodriguez is there to set it up for a pass to Molina. And this time it'll be a setup for the Tigers going to Limas. And Martinez is there setting it up for Molina. The ball is hit but stays in Mercedes territory. Set up for Limas again. And a sliding dig, no good for the Bravettes. Tigers take the lead 9-8. And what has been a terrific matchup between these two teams. The first set win went to Donna after making a monstrous comeback. The second set went to the Tigers as they were just taking a commanding lead throughout that entire game. And then set number 3 was a little bit of hot potato as it started off with a 1-point lead by Donna. Eventually, Mercedes was able to take the lead and had a very high lead in set number 3. Unfortunately for them, errors and some silent offense by the Bravettes were able to instigate another comeback for them, and they were able to win it 26-24. And the Bravettes with the ball back up by 1. Hoping to create some distance against the Tigers. The Bravettes lead the sets 2-1, needing 1 more to win it, and a little punch by Moya will get the ball floated and just a little bit above the attacking line. This time Lopez will have a punch of her own, going to the libero, and that was Zamora who takes it out. Ball tipped, and it's going to be a setup for Molina, who gets it just barely into the edge. Just barely into the edge of Mercedes territory, and for Molina, that's kill number 4. And with that, Mercedes down by 2, and now they're only down by 1. On an attack, on a service error to make the score 11-10, Donna, and with substitutions as Serena Limas is going to step out, and Peña is going to come in and serve. Peña with 1 ace in this game. Mika Vento with 18 kills. We haven't had a kill from her in a long time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if she can get that fixed. And it'll be set up for Limas, and Limas with a good hit going into Donna territory, and the whistle blows for lifting against the Bravettes, and we're tied at 11-11. And a hit just barely goes over the net. The Bravettes still have to play it. They'll have 1 shot to get it out, and Rodriguez with a good observation. Quick reaction by the Bravettes. And this time a hit is good. That's Puente with her first kill in the game. So the Tigers take their lead back, and they're up by 1, but they're gonna need a lot more if they want to be able to win this game. And Rodriguez with a good hit. It's met by Moya, and it's gonna go to Limas, who floats it over but out of bounds. So we're tied again at 12-12. Coach from Mercedes telling her players to keep pushing, keep fighting. And it's going to go high and over to Donna territory, set up for Garcia. Garcia with a slap to the ground. It's good. Just barely hits the edge. Barely hits the sideline. For Garcia, that'll mark kill number 12 for her in this game. And on the right-hander hit, that's Rodriguez. And it's going to be a small setup to Limas from the right side. And a good hit, just barely hitting the sideline. Similar to what Garcia did just a play ago. And she's going to come out of the bench now as Mika Vento, the girl with 18 kills for Mercedes, is going to come back in. And a little dump off by Villalobos trying to copy what Moya did and what she's done twice. And a monstrous hit by Vento. Gives the lead back to Mercedes. And maybe a rest was all she needed. As for Vento, that's kill number 19 now. And Villalobos is going to set it up for Garcia. Garcia, a bad step, and that ball will go out of bounds, so it's a 2-point lead for Mercedes. And that's Limas to serve. And it's going to be a Villalobos setup for Garcia, but a bad setup will force them to take it out. And Villalobos with a little dump off. That's good. A little bit of luck on that one. And Villalobos with the kill on that one, and she'll get the ball back to serve as Martinez is going to take a rest, and coming in is Caitlin Lopez. Oh, and what a slap down by Garcia. We're tied again at 15 apiece, and for Garcia, that's going to be kill 13. Villalobos up to serve again. The Bravettes tied 15-15. And Vento is going to have a big hit saved by Valladares. And Lopez is going to have a monstrous hit going across, met by Vento. Moya setting it up for Vento, and a monstrous hit! Lopez tried to block it with her hands, but it was no good. And the Tigers lead at 16-15. And Zamora taking a couple of steps to serve on a right-hander. It'll be a little dump off by Vento, and for Vento, that'll be kill 20. Score 17-15. And timeout called by the Bravettes, as both teams will have one timeout left in set number 4. And we'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen, as the Mercedes Tigers lead at 17-15. Here on Rio Sports Live.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're PJ Southwest Avenida. Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Rio Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa, Bert Ruiz as my camera operator, with the Mercedes Tigers leading set number 4, 17-15. Should they win this, that'll tie up the sets at 2-2, and that'll force a set number 5 where it'll be up to 15. And the Bravettes doing whatever they can to fight back, as they're able to get an attacking error against the Tigers, and they're only down by 1 with substitutions coming in, and Munoz is going to look to serve for the Bravettes, as Lopez is going to go to the bench and take a rest. Munoz takes a couple of dribbles and a right-hander serve, setting it up, and a little dump off by the defense of the Bravettes will be no good. This time the net will help out the Bravettes, and we're tied at 17 again, ladies and gentlemen. Another tie between both squads in set number 4. Both teams wanting it more. And Munoz setting it up on a right-hand floater, going directly, and a spike attempt by Garcia was going to be no good. A little miscalculation. Garcia trying to repeat what she did in that last play, but it looks like the Tigers might have read it. And Garcia will take it, and going into Mercedes territory, it'll be a setup down the middle, hits the arms of Rodriguez and out of bounds. Score 19-17 with Mercedes leading it. Whistle blown, and that lets Moya serve it. Munoz was there to dig it. It'll be set up for Garcia on a right-hand serve, on a right-hand hit, and Zamora is there, ball tipped, but in Donna territory. It'll be a setup for Garcia again, hits the arms of Vento, and just barely goes over the net. Donna has to play it, and the whistle blows for 2 hands against the Bravettes. To quote a football coach of mine, the play isn't over until the whistle is blown. And in that case, that meant for Donna, as they thought that the play might have been over with the ball going into the ground, but a dig by Mercedes was able to get the ball barely over the net. And let's see if Donna will learn it from this, will learn their lesson, as they're able to get another kill, and that'll make it 20-18 in favor of Mercedes. But with Donna knocking on the door, only down by 2. And Garcia serving. It'll be a setup from behind to Vento, getting it over the arms of a Bravette, and it's touched by a Bravette. Or not. It was not. They say the ball went out of bounds cleanly, and so that'll be points for Donna to make it 20-19, only needing 1 point tied up again. And Garcia serves it. Setting it up from behind for Vento again. Ball partially blocked. Digged by the Bravettes and miscommunication, but the ball still barely goes into Mercedes territory. Garcia meets the ball, and it's going to be taken out by Donna. That was Molina with the dump off, and Garcia meets it. Villalobos setting it up inside the middle for Caldwell. We haven't heard Caldwell's name in a while, and Garcia is going to have a pass and going to Molina. The ball going high and out of bounds, and we're tied at 20. Another tie for the Bravettes and the Tigers, and a timeout is going to be called by Mercedes. So we'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen, as the Bravettes were able to tie it up at 20 apiece. And if you can hear it right now, ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable sound here at Jim Ross Gymnasium in Mercedes, Texas. And so with both squads coming back into the court, we're not going to take a commercial break just yet. We'll see how the next timeout goes, as Donna is up to serve and Clarissa Garcia serves it. It's going to be a setup for Vento again, and this time Vento is going to get her kill. That'll make 20 kills for Vento. And the officials are going to stop play for just a second as they see sweat at the court on the Donna territory. Coach is bringing in a towel and wiping the ground, making sure no one would get hurt should they slip on the sweat on the floor. Officials testing it out, and they say the court is squeaky clean. Bravettes down by 1 with Vento up to serve. And on the right-hand serve, it hits the ground. So now we're tied again at 21-21 thanks to a service error. And substitution, Vento is going to take a rest to get some more energy. and Aurelia Cifuentes is gonna take her spot. And it's gonna be a setup for Molina. Molina gets it over the net, and it's in Mercedes territory. And a little dump out from across is good, and on that was Carla Limas to mark her third kill in the game. Mercedes is up by 1. And coming in to serve will be Nicole Delgado for Mercedes. We haven't heard her name since the beginning of set number 1. Delgado serves it, met by Rodriguez, met by Martinez, taken out by Molina. That one was met by Cifuentes, and it's taken out into Donna territory. It's going to be set up for Molina from across. That was met by Delgado, who knew where it was going to Limas, but the ball hits the net, so we tied up again. We are tied up again at 22. Coming in to serve is going to be Valladares. With Donna tied at 22. And it's going to be a setup going to Limas. And on that deck was Valladares, and Lopez is going to attack. Punched out by Moya, going directly into the arms of Rodriguez, and Villalobos is going to set it up for Lopez again. Ball tipped at the line, but it goes into Mercedes territory. It's going to go to Limas, and Donna will have to set up another attack for Lopez, and Lopez has a good attack met by Zamora, and Limas takes it out again, and this time it'll be good. Hitting the benches of Donna, and Mercedes is up by 1. Up to serve will be Peña with 1 ace in this game, and it's going to be a timeout called by, looks to be Donna. So we'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back for the very end of set number 4 here on Rio Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Rio Sports Live with Mercedes Tigers leading set number 4, 23-22, needing 2 points to win set number 4 and force set number 5 to see who will win this game for District 32 5A. And Peña will serve it, going a little light, and that'll be good enough. That'll be ace number 2 for Peña. And it's game point for the Tigers. And Peña up to serve again, and this time it's good! Second time is good again. So Mercedes wins set number 4, 25-22, and we'll have a 5th set, ladies and gentlemen, in just a little bit. Great comeback for Mercedes, doing everything they can to fight back. And we'll see the exciting matchup between these two squads as Garcia and Vento coming in and will represent their teams for the coin toss to see who gets the ball first. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that in set number 5, it's up to 15 points. But just like every other set in volleyball, the winner, the one who's at game point, has to be up by 2. The winner has to be up by 2. So coin toss is set up. Players switching sides, switching benches. Donna is going to go to where they originally were at the beginning on the left side. Meanwhile, Mercedes will be on the right side. Vento already with, looks to be 20 kills in this game. And Garcia just fighting in, trying to get there with 13 kills in this game. Both coaches huddling up their players for what will be a terrific set number 5. We'll take a break on our end, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Rio Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo. Amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Rio Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa. Bert Ruiz is my camera operator. We're at the final set between Donna Bravettes and the Mercedes Tigers here at the Jim Ross Gymnasium. And what's been a terrific matchup between these two players. The Bravettes won set number one on a terrific comeback. Eventually, the Tigers were able to retaliate and make a comeback of their own in set number two. And then set number three, it was just a game of ping pong. Lead changing one after the other. Set number four, the same exact way, but this time, but unlike set number three where the Bravettes won it, set number four was won by the Tigers. And the first lead of the game will go directly to the Bravettes. And miscommunication, the Tigers are going to try and get it out, and they will barely. Ball setting it up, right-hand side, left-hand side going to Garcia. And it's going to go to Vento. Vento with 20 kills already in this game. And it's going to go to Lopez. And an attack by Vento. Is it going to be good? Let's see. The Bravettes need one shot to get it out. They will barely. Unbelievable play by the defense of Donna. And a hit by Vento again. Played by the Bravettes, and they'll take it out barely. And a point blown, the hand in net against Mercedes. That'll make the score 2-0. And the serve by Donna is no good. So that'll result in another point, a point for Mercedes. And they'll have their first points of the game. And it's going to be a setup taken out by De Luna. And a going up. Setting it up high into the air for Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a small floater. It's met by Moya, and Vento takes it out softly. Setting it up for Garcia. And this time it's going to be De Luna to Garcia. Garcia is blocked by Vento. Vento with 21 kills in the game. And with that, we're tied at 2 apiece with Zamora up to serve again. And just in case anybody was curious, we do have another game that's continuing, that will be continuing later on, that is going on as well, and that is the PSGA High School Bears playing against the Mission Eagles, with the Bears currently winning the first 2 sets and entering set number 3 tied at 15-15 with the Eagles. And the Bravettes setting it up, blocked by Vento. Vento doing everything she can to give her team this lead, and she keeps bringing it, and she brought the lead up. It's 4-2 now. And Zamora dribbles it a couple of times, takes a few steps, and is going to serve it. That's Rodriguez. And it's a setup for Lopez. Gets it over the blockers, but it goes out of bounds. So that'll be points again for the Tigers to make it 5-2. And Zamora, it's going to be a setup for Garcia. Garcia gets it over the arms of Vento, and that one was good. Score now is 5-3 in favor of Mercedes, but Donna doing everything they can to get themselves back into this game. Munoz will serve it. It goes directly into the arms of Limas, and it's going to go to Vento. Vento with a good hit, but it's met by Rodriguez. Rodriguez with leading the team in digs in this game. Set up for Vento again, almost blocked. I think it hit the face of Villalobos again, but she appears to be fine, and she got up on her own will. Ruby Villalobos looks to be fine, as she took another hit to the face on a hit by Vento. And a good floater by Garcia. So that'll be a good revenge for the Bravettes, as the Bravettes only down by 2 again, and Garcia is up to serve. Garcia with 14 kills in this game. And it's going to be a setup for Vento, and Vento, does it go out? Yes, it will, barely. And that was a close one that almost went out of bounds. So the score now is going to be 6-5, and the Bravettes only needing one to tie it up again. With Garcia up to serve, it's digged by Zamora. It's going to be a setup to the left, and a right-hand hit by Garcia keeps it in play, and a wipe by the Bravettes will tie it up at 6. And that's going to be a good momentum shift for the Bravettes, as Moya is going to set it up for Vento, the secret weapon. Villalobos is there to dig it this time. And a setup for Vento, a little floater met at the net, and it's down into the ground. So the Tigers take the lead. For Vento, another kill. And Molina looks to be shaking up a little bit. The left arm looks to be bothering her. And another wet spot on the floor, or no, it's a substitution. And it's a substitution discussion for Mercedes, as it looks to be Alia Ledesma who's subbed out. And Munoz is there to dig it. Set up for an attack by Molina, going good into the ground for Molina. That's another kill. Kill number 6 in the game. And the Bravettes tie it up again. Martinez serves for the Bravettes. Setting it up. And it goes to Peña. Peña with a kill. Correction, Limas with a kill. Mercedes leads it 8-7. Only needing 7 points to win it. Let's see if the Tigers can do just that, with Cifuentes up to serve. Villalobos setting it up for Molina. Molina is digged by Vento, and it's going to be a little dump off from the outside by Limas, but it's saved by the Bravettes. Set up for Molina, no, for Caldwell, and a good wipe for Caldwell to tie it up again at 8. Caldwell will take a break, and coming in is going to be Yvette Villadares, and she'll serve for the Lady Bravettes. And substitution, Zamora staying in the court but Cifuentes is stepping out as well as Ledesma. And on the right-hand serve, it's going to be a setup for Vento from the way back, met by Lopez. Villalobos is going to set up for Molina, who floats it. A diving dig by, looks to be Vento, but the Bravettes recover and take it back. Setup is going to go to Lopez, but Lopez could not get a good shot on it. Tigers take the lead again, 9-8. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that the team that wins has to be leading by 2 or more. And a good hit by Peña, who already has 2 aces in the game, and it goes to Molina, who takes a hit, and Vento digs it. It's going to be a setup for Rodriguez, and Villalobos setting it up for Lopez, and another wipe, but this time it's going to be Lopez with the wipe. So it's tied at 9-9. And Rodriguez with the serve just almost goes out of the net. 10-9 for the Tigers, but they cannot be living off of errors forever. They're eventually going to have to make some separation. Hit by Limas. Set up for Garcia. Garcia is tipped, but it's still in Mercedes territory. One more shot to take it out, and Vento overpowered out of bounds. It's 10-10 now, with the Bravettes having the ball. Villalobos coming in to serve. Takes a couple of steps on a right-hand serve, gets it over the net. It's going to be a setup going to Vento, and Vento is met by Villalobos, and Garcia will push it out. Moya is there. Puente finds it, gets it into Donna territory, and Rodriguez is going to have to punch it out. Just barely goes over the net. Setting it up for Vento again, and Vento hits the arm of a defender, and it goes out of bounds. So the first time in a while that a point for Mercedes was not because of an attacking error. And we'll see if the Tigers can create some separation here. Up 11-10. And Zamora back to serve. Takes a couple of steps on a right-hand serve. Rodriguez is there to meet it, and it's going to be a setup to Garcia. Garcia is blocked, but they'll have one shot to get it out. Can the Bravettes do it? The Bravettes do it. Yes, they will. Set up for Vento. Vento is blocked, but this time she creates a wipe of her own. After being wiped twice in this game, Vento was able to get her revenge and force Garcia to block it. But in that block, the ball deflects and goes out of bounds in Donna territory. And so with that, the Tigers are up 12-10 in some unbelievable plays by both teams. With Vento leading the team with 22 kills and Garcia leading it with 14 kills. And with that whistle blown, buzzer beaten, and we're going to resume play with the Tigers only needing 3 to win it. And the ball going high, tipped by Vento, and it goes into the ground. Good defense by Vento. And with that, it's 13-10 for the Tigers, only needing 2 to win it. Zamora is going to serve again. Taking a couple of steps, and a quick throw met by Rodriguez is going to be a setup for Garcia, but she's not in good position, so De Luna has to take it out. It's going to be a setup for Ledesma, and a push-off by Villalobos. It's recovered by the Tigers. Vento with a hit attempt, no good. It stays in play, and Vento with a hit number 2 hits Valladares, but this time she's there to meet it. Ball hit going over the arms of the defender, but it's digged and taken out by Peña, but that ball will go out of bounds. So that'll make the score 13-11 Tigers, but the Bravettes will get the ball back, and Lopez is going to take a break, and Munoz is going to come back to serve. Munoz on a right-hand serve. It's good and goes high. It's going to be a setup for Vento again, and she gets it over the arms of Garcia, and it goes out after being touched by a Bravette. And so now it is game point for Mercedes. And up to serve is going to be Moya. And a setup for Garcia is going to go over the arms of the defenders. It's going to be a setup for Limas going over Garcia's arms. Setup for not Garcia but Caldwell. Caldwell gets it over Vento. And it's going to be a setup for, looks to have been Ledesma, but it's met by the Braves. They'll have one shot to get it out, and they will. And it's going to be another setup for Vento. Vento with a good hit! And that's how it will end. Mika Vento with 25 kills, and the last one being a very big kill for her team. The Mercedes Tigers win it 15-11 after losing the first set, winning the second set, losing set number 3, and then instigating a comeback in set number 4. They were able to win set number 5 and conclude this game with a win. Unbelievable play by both teams, unbelievable play by Vento, and a great play of volleyball between both teams for District 32 5A. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Thank the Mercedes High School for allowing us to have this broadcast. From our executive producer, Joe Bowling, our camera operator, Bert Ruiz, I'm Alex Espinosa, signing off.